You ever think about how everything might be wrestling, but sometimes everything's also vampires?
Fuck, now that you mention it, Bugs.
Like, just at the end of the day, something is sucking the blood out of something else, or something is something sucking out of something else. Blood is usually involved.
It's the end of Pride. I hope that there's been a lot of sucking for folks in the community. I haven't had, that much luck, but I do have to leave the house. So,
Yeah, my end of Pride is sucked, but that's because I'm banned off Blue Sky right now for saying some naughty things.
yeah, it'll happen. Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably address that. The Bugs, your
Oh
God's
yeah,
favorite gas leak.
yeah, the allegations. Hi, howdy, hey, I'm Bugs Matrix. The artist formerly known on Bugs Matrix on Blue Sky right now because I threatened to turn someone's dog green and a couple other things.
That's amazing with magic and dye. I'm guessing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
yeah. Just it's like, I have I ever because Ella, you've seen me post about how I want to turn people's dogs green, right? Like that, just as a
No, I fucking
okay,
have not.
okay. So
All right. This is a digression, but I need it.
it's a little bit of a thing. It's kind of an inside joke between me and a handful of friends.
Yeah.
But I was watching a TikTok about, that someone did bitching about how much they hate generative AI. And one of the like suggestions that they were getting was just like a recoloring of a dog in a photo to turn it green. And the way that they were just like, "What if I turned your dog green?" And I'm like, that's all I like. What if I turned your dog green? But I
Wait,
dog greened too close to the sun.
wait. So you're telling me and the listeners at home, we love you very much. That is why you're not on Blue Sky right now, is because you threatened
Well,
to green someone's dog.
and followed it up with another three simple words that mods love to hear.
Oh, those three simple words that
Those
mods
three
love to
little
hear.
words.
Okay,
But
all right, that's making sense. All right, well,
Are they? It's giving wicked.
yeah,
yeah. Alphabet
yeah.
time, bitch.
Exactly. Well, I'm happy we got that out of the way. But, sometimes wrestling is like vampirism. And here you have given me Blood Flow Connoisseur, which is very much like wrestling. This is John Moxley, the card, based on the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, the like small breeze, the man bladed. Oh gosh. But we have sacrifice a creature. Put +1/+1 counter on Blood Flow
Eat something,
Connoisseur.
get bigger. Eat something, get bigger. I will eternally eat something at a moment's notice and get bigger and more powerful and all consuming.
So it's Yokozuna. Okay. I couldn't help myself. It's the Monday night blood in me. I can't help it. Rest in peace, Roddy. But yeah, okay, no, this makes sense because it's kind of a continuation as last time we talked about Conquer or Die when we were back in Roman times. And this, yeah, I hate vampirism. And you know what reminds me of vampirism and wrestling and various other things? Cultural appropriation.
Oh,
Hit the button. I thought you were going to say that reminded me of college and some really terrible choices I made. And welcome back to Everything is Wrestling, because I only know one way to introduce a podcast. That's the way I've been doing it for years now. It is Ella Tailor. I almost said Garrick. Oh my God. I almost fake dead named myself. That's funny.
that's wild.
That's awesome. Oh my God, you used the fake name that was never actually her name to begin with.
Oh God.
Right. Is Ella Tailor in is Bugs Matrix. Say hi, Bugs.
Hi, Bugs.
You exist. And as you know from the cold open, the news of her demise has been greatly
Overstated. Hopefully by the time you're hearing this, I will be back to saying nearly cancelable things on
Yes.
internet.
But God's favorite gas leak is alive and well, and existing wherever you can listen to podcasts. So tell your friends. And we are not going down to the lab this week. I did have fun, taking y'all on excursion, but we do have an expert. We brought an expert in for something that was pitched to us. This is wild, but we have actual honest to fuck journalist, weekend editor for the Times of San Diego, Arturo Garcia. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming back, friend of the various pods that I've been making for too many years now. But you showed up with a topic. You're like, I like this everything is wrestling thing, but I also have something that is very much wrestling. How do we make this work? And I said, it's a gimmick, brother. What you want to talk about? This show is Ella's expert friends come in and info dump while Bugs and her make gay jokes. Like that. That's what this show is. Embrace it, everyone. I'm having fun, and thus we're staying. But thank you for being here, Art. Please tell the people any more you would like to about yourself and what you do and where to find you up front.
Well, I am on Blue Sky as a boy named Art. If you read timesofsandiego.com, by the time you hear this, you can search back and look up my recent chat with AEW's Tony Khan.
Yeah, I'll be out. This will be out in a couple of weeks from when we're recording. So
as we speak, I spoke to Tony, your friends. I spoke to TK yesterday in advance of the San Diego Dynamite show. Or at the time, he insisted to me that Max Friedman would defend the Men's World Championship, saying, "quote It's an ironclad contract."
Damn right.
So that's for you can compare notes with that on the other show, I guess, and we'll see how that aids.
Yeah. I was gonna say that we'll see what that looks like in 2 weeks. How did that turn out? Was Tony Khan fucking with us? I for one hope that 2 weeks from now we are still celebrating the beginning of a long, glorious reign of the Chicken Man. Briscoe for life. Hashtag femboys. So we've. What was that? Just Bug saying "fuck yeah"? Like,
Yeah.
Figured.
Look, you said femboys. It piqued my interest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, huh? Hey, wait a second. So Art, you slid into my DMs with like, have you been paying attention to Americano-gate? And I was like, Jesus Christ, what now? Basically, I was like, what did we do? Who did we bomb? Why do I have to be upset? What rights am I losing this week? What the fuck are you talking about? So please, I'm opening this up as a platform for you to info dump while we make gay jokes. Let us know everything you want to know about this. Like, what is Americano-gate?
First off, just for the record, I respectfully slid into those DMs.
I never said otherwise, Art. Jesus.
I mean, this is wrestling. Someone can get the wrong idea, but
yeah, fair enough.
I do want to preface a lot of this by saying that if we look back at this in 5 years, I might be wrong. If we look back at this within 2 years, I could be wrong.
Hell yeah.
It's a case that looking at Bloodful Connoisseur, the vampire trope was also used to fearmonger against migration, not just immigration. It was the idea that this person from another country is going to come in and steal all our women because they're charming and they're articulate and putting on airs.
They look like Andrade El Idolo and Ella's in the corner panting.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, yeah. But really, just racism. Yeah, it's just racism.
At the very least, xenophobia. It can play out in a lot of directions. And on the merits, Americano-gate was my shorthand for if you still follow WWE. One, bless your heart. Two, it's the story of El Grande Americano, which has gotten wrapped up in a lot of things. And
I remember. A quick interjection.
Sure.
Because I was talking to Bugs about this a little bit, and I was like, I feel like I want to get this on the record. I stopped watching the Fed a long time ago. I just couldn't stomach it. And it also just stopped being good to me. We could say whatever you want to say about that. But we met because I was doing a rewatch of Monday Night Wars. Obviously I'm a Fed girl from way back. That's why I call it the Fed, not the E. So like I have all these complicated feelings. That being said, when I first heard that there was a wrestler named El Grande Americano that was a Chad Gable in a lucha mask, the shit. I thought it was sick. Like I thought it was like I thought like I had to check my temperature. I thought I was
Yeah,
having
it's
a
like,
fucking fever dream.
what do you mean they named him after a Starbucks drink? Like, what the hell is going on?
But it was just the most like that's the most racist and obvious Fed thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And then like, oh, it's real. Of course it's real. Of course it's real. And that's the last I thought about it. So I'm excited. I was very excited when you were like, "There's more." I was like, "There's more."
So let's pick up. Let's pick up the story there.
Yeah,
Chad Gable, and the angle originally was Chad had been
pun intended.
losing to Mexican luchadores on WWE programming, and
Okay.
so his reasoning was, I'm going to go to Mexico, learn the style, and learn how to beat them. And in the process, what came out was El Gran Americano, which it's not a defense, but it was designed to make you feel sick. That character was billed as being from the Gulf of America, for example.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
it's the old Fed thing where they do something insanely racist and then go, but we're making fun of it. And it's like, yeah, but
You're still doing it
you're
though.
just doing it though. But it's kayfabe. Yeah, but you're just doing it though. It was like Billy and Chuck and shit like that. It's like we're not being homophobic. We're just talking, it's fake. It's like, no, dude, you're just say faggot. Like it's just say, like just say it.
And in their minds, and I'm gonna hazard a guess this because last night I was watching part of a podcast, or not even a podcast, but a long form interview conducted by Bruce Pritchard, the former Brother Love,
Mm, mhm.
longtime Fed executive, as you recall,
Yeah, if
and
you
they
believe
touched on
certain people, Vince's like right hand stooge,
yep,
basically. Yeah.
and they touched on the Sergeant Slaughter sided with the rack gimmick,
Yeah.
and his explanation was it was timely. It was a change for Slaughter. No one anticipated there would be an actual war, but you see what I mean. They plug into something newsworthy, distance themselves as much as they possibly can because it's heat, brother or sister,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
they let it play out. And um, so Gable took on this new persona, and everybody knew it was Chad Gable. As this is happening, WWE, and this is the spring of 2025 now. Just before last year's WrestleMania, they acquired the Mexican company AAA, which you and I have watched here before.
Yeah. We last time you were here, you showed me old AAA, and it was fucking amazing. Bugs, there was this fucking luchador stripper who came out in a Batman cowl. It was the sexiest, fucking amazingest
I
thing.
will need links to this after the show.
I will send it to you. I have this shit saved. Okay.
Sounds good. I know what I'm watching tonight.
And it was significant for a couple of reasons. AAA is where Rey Mysterio first entered the national
Mhm.
consciousness. They had a pay-per-view with WCW in 1994 that was showed that Lucha was capable of drawing U.S. audiences. It's where Conan first made a name for himself, which Conan wasn't in great shakes as a wrestler, sure, but a certified national draw in Mexico. Became a booker, became a talent manager. He made his way in wrestling.
For better or worse, yes, he made his way in wrestling, and now he's a podcaster.
The guy's gone through enough medical things that I don't want to pile on at this point.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think life can deliver much worse sentences than working with Disco Inferno. Um,
exactly.
in the other
Strawberry.
reason that it's significant is because for putting on questionable quality of matches at that point. And you can look up reviews dating back to like 2018 when Conan started booking or consolidated booking up to 2024.
Yeah.
The product was not good. But it was
In
still the
itself.
biggest company in Mexico. It ran more
Yeah.
towns. It ran full loops. You might be thinking CMML's hot, yes, but they own their arenas.
Yeah. Yeah. They own their arenas and they have my understanding has always been CMML. Like CMML is like the oldest pro
Yes,
wrestling in the world, right? Like that's
yes.
that one. But because of that, they're almost, it's like if WCW never died, but just kind of stayed, like plateaued and stayed there. Whereas AAA kind of became more popular in like the Fed of Mexico, whereas CMML is like the number two, but they're not going anywhere, sort of thing, because of that thing. That's my understanding. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. But also that's kind of, oh, go ahead.
Here's how I would explain it. CMLL is a hot ticket because Arena Mexico in Mexico City is a popular tourist destination. So people come in to watch matches and they're just there to watch the wrestling. And they've been drawing great crowds for the past few years. It hasn't always been the case. The formation of AAA in the mid 90s, the closest explanation might in fact be an AEW,
Okay.
in that a lot of talent jumped
Okay.
and new talent was brought in. And the original AAA took advantage of there was a void in the market and they more than filled it, and they got television distribution and they got US shows, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever the fault is with the product, they were still capable of drawing good crowds.
Mm.
And they worked with AEW as recently as I believe 2023.
Yeah, I was gonna say they still had some people, and then CMML came in.
Yeah.
Because now I
And
know
see,
CMML is like the big partnership with AEW, and it's like that's kind of makes that even funnier.
I do want to step in CMLL. So just
Yeah, CMLL.
whatever. So,
I thought that's what I was saying. I talk too fast, which is weird because I'm a podcaster. You think I would slow down? But yeah, I think I was just running them together.
but now,
CML.
yeah, it's easy. But now we've seen AEW, New Japan, CMLL, basically form an informal collective.
Yeah, I
WWE
love her.
acquires AAA, and they've effectively established a front in Mexico.
Yep.
If you remember the British wrestling scene of the
Yes.
late 2010s, WWE leaning on the scale ended up precipitating a lot of damage.
They basically again it's like the continuation of the last episode Art I told folks at home about Black Saturday and
Mm,
about Vince's taking of the territories because we were back in Roman times and I was like Caesar, that's how this is wrestling. So this is almost the continuation of that project and that is kind of what happened to in the British scene as well. Shout out to the Waffly folks, Wrestle Girlies, gender inclusive. That like basically Vince went over there and like he's like they established what was it like NXT Britain and like they established like they established a front over there and in doing so sucked dry all the talent out of the indie scenes and all of the people out of the indie scenes and just left it a husk and then eventually broke it down and cut and ran was my
it was,
understanding.
and it was a combination of that plus the pandemic plus speaking out.
Yeah.
A
Yep.
very
Oh,
necessary movement.
which yeah, speaking out hit England hard. Believe it or not, Turf Island full of pedophiles. Strangest
I
thing.
would have
I
never guessed.
allegedly, yeah. But yeah. Who would have thought? Uh,
So
sorry.
no, no, no,
Uh,
no, no.
no,
You're
but
right. This is
the views expressed by the host of the show are not necessarily the views of his But yeah, continue. So like needless to say, that's kind of what I saw happening and like this article you shared with us kind of confirmed that's what they were doing was this continuation of that project of like now we need Mexico. because fucking Tony's over there playing with the luchas, and now I want a lucha. And we got to make sure that he doesn't get the luchas. So like,
Mhm.
you know, they're like, we're gonna go in and buy basically all but purchase AAA. Is so that all he can have is CMLL, and we'll say that you know, we'll just shit on them like we do. And it's the same playbook. It's the same thing. Buy up, get who you can that you want, shit on everyone else, hope that you have enough money and television space to cover up the fact that there's better like actual wrestling out there. Like that being said, well, we'll get to Americano-gate conclusion. That match fucked. We'll get there. But anyways, yeah. Wherever we were in this story, that's my understanding so far.
So WWE acquires AAA,
Yeah.
and within months of them taking control of production of their television content, we begin to see homegrown AAA stars move down the card. Dominic Mysterio becomes the AAA Mega Champion. Their world champion, and Dominic, you couldn't have made a better pick. The heir, whether he wants to be or not, of the Mysterio legacy.
Fucking it. No, oh God, Dom.
A binational, bilingual star, has already drawn great heat in the U.S. You know, but
Yeah.
he comes to Mexico, and because he's got the Mysterio name and the Guerrero attitude,
Yep.
however that might have happened.
Yeah. What's his
He gets-
dad? Yeah. It's because it's his father. Yeah.
he gets over, immediately as well. But El Hijo del Vikingo, their top face at the time, hastily turned heel. Psycho Clown, who had headlined multiple Triple Manias, their centerpiece shows, moved down the card into a tag team without even sniffing the championship.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
And along the line, Chad Gable gets injured. And so, in canon, to throw everyone off the scent, the man we currently know as Ludwig Kaiser, you might remember him as Axel Dieter, Marcel Bartel. However,
Yeah. However they were putting him, I thought that's who was under the mask. I was like, wait a second, that's Ludwig Kaiser from Imperium, the totally not fascist stable of fascists. Totally not fascist. With
but
the ring general who is not named after a Nazi anymore. Okay.
only half of
Jesus.
them.
Just
Only half of them. Yeah. Oh God.
But Ludwig Kaiser, a German national, adopts the mask, and then he begins to flip the character. Instead of portraying him as lording over Mexico, he visibly embraces lucha and the Mexican people. There's a video that gets out of him singing "Cielito Lindo," a traditional Mexican ballad.
Yeah.
And I've shared it. I've shared these photos with you. But fan art starts popping up of him in front of the Mexican flag saluting, and sure, it's AI slop. But some of it is legitimate, and there's a lot of it going around. And Abel comes back, and they come into conflict, and it leads to this angle from, I want to say, this past April, where
So it has been going on for a while. This is
Yeah.
like El Grande Americano came out a while ago, like the original.
and the benefit of an injury is you can prolong the sort of thing and not have it dominate a lot of time.
Yeah, and not have it wear itself out, which again, the fact that this hasn't worn itself out to this point is fucking insane and so
Yeah.
wrestling. It's so wrestling yeah, but yeah, so like now he's coming back, he wants his spot back, and the dude who actually is like pro Mexico says fuck you. That's so sick.
And it's a trope we've seen a lot in movies. The
Yeah.
white man moves to a non-English speaking country, falls in love with the culture, finds romantic love, and genuinely likes being there. If I were to tell that story blindly, am I telling a story of Kenny Omega, of Zack Sabre, of Will
Yeah.
Ospreay?
Yeah.
yeah.
And now we have it here. And like a lot of things in wrestling, it's a good story in the hands of the worst possible people imaginable.
Yeah, well said, Art. Yeah. Oh, it's like you're a writer or something. No, because that really is it, and it's the kind of thing where that's why when we started talking about this wrestling, we call it like cultural appropriation is wrestling or something just to make it fit. But I was like, no, this is really about how wrestling. It's more wrestling is cultural exchange when you do it well. Like it has the ability. It's one of the things I love about wrestling so much is that it has the ability to facilitate cultural exchange in a way that can be problematic in all those ways and storylines that you just mentioned. But like in doing so, the fans learn more. You know what I mean? I've learned more about Japan getting back into wrestling in the last few years than I did when I was taking courses on Japanese in high school. Because like I was never as immersed as I was because of it's something I love. So like that's something I think is great about this. And it seems like that's kind of what happened with this in my mind is like we're gonna do this racist thing, but we're not. Ho ho ho. And then the Mexican fans are like, no, fuck yeah, Viva la Mexico. We don't care if he's a German dude in a fucking mask. Like, like he respects lucha. Fuck yeah, lucha.
And we see him dating the lovely AAA ring announcer. We see him befriend beloved queer icon Pimpinela Escarlata.
Fuck yeah.
Um, in the service of a company associated with an administration that's set on squashing queer rights.
Yeah,
Um,
literally today.
yeah,
Yeah.
well,
to,
yeah.
to date it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Fuck a Supreme Court. The law will not set us free and the law will not keep us down.
I'm turning the
Anyway.
Supreme Court green.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at you, Supreme Court, and I'm turning you big and round. I'm turning you belly.
Inflates you like a
I'm,
big balloon.
I'm inflating you like a big balloon, Alito.
You make a
Your
great
belly
point
is big
about
and round.
you make a great
Uh,
point about cultural exchange, and wrestling does that. Art can do that. We've seen it.
yeah.
We've seen
We're
it
seeing it right now with World Cup.
yeah. I'm gonna say
Oh
it's
my God, yeah.
well. I mean, it's first off, how many countries have been put through the ringer trying to get people in? We saw the Iranian
Yeah.
team being forced to train in Mexico and fly to their matches in the U.S.
Which is fucking insane. Somali refugees not allowed in and have
Yeah.
like having that like that one of course pisses me the fuck off because like that's my neighbor's
Right.
dick. Like I'm sorry, I'm like I will always stand for the Somali fucking people. I left people like true again, quick aside, but like this is Minneapolis, okay? So I went to People's Pride on Saturday where we have to make our own pride because Twin Cities Pride, like the second biggest pride in the country, had literal NPD snipers on buildings in the historic gay park and neighborhood where
Yeah.
we used to go cruising. Uh, you know, like, and we're supposed to like applaud this. No, we had to make our own. So like we had our own pride, which was amazing.
People's
Twin
Pride
Cities,
fucks.
yeah, People's Pride fucks so hard. And then I'm riding back on e-scooter from People's Pride, and I run into this barrier, and I'm like, "What's going on?" I'm like going down Lake Street, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh, it's Somali Independence Day," and they have a
Hell
whole
yeah.
whole section, and like just I hit a whole separate party, and I am never leaving this place. You're gonna have to fucking drag my tranny ass out of here, because like like it's the greatest place on
It really,
earth.
I miss it. It really is.
We miss you, Bugs. Come
I'll be
home.
back. I'll be
Good.
back.
Yeah, but like that I'm sorry, I had to absolutely make that tangent because like I get so mad about the Somali aspect of it all because like I'm so like literally my neighbors and they're the fucking best. They're like the best fucking people. You have no idea. So anyways, back to craps. Fuck these people. But yeah, these people are doing all this shit. To look, I did a transition back into the topic. These people are involved in this company. Badoonch.
And
Anyways,
and
sorry.
Grand and Kaiser Grande is getting over. Uh,
Kaiser Grande, that's amazing.
I mean, it's tough to differentiate them, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and it culminates in One, Kaiser the man gets busted for Florida for allegedly roughing somebody up in an apartment complex.
Oh my God, because wrestling. Because
Yeah.
even literally,
Oh, because Florida.
yeah, well, because Florida. No, because Florida.
Also that.
It could be both. The two are often a Venn diagram that's a circle, unfortunately.
Florida is definitely the most wrestling
It
of
really
No, and
is.
this is like the week. This is like the week before a hastily put together special show showcasing the end of the feud, Mask versus Mask, Gable and Kaiser. Like the week before he gets busted, doesn't do jail time at that time. Goes back to Mexico, gets a public serenade, and
uh,
in Monterrey where the show's being held. And I'm like, you can't pay that many marks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Uh,
fuck.
and we finally get to the match. And at this point, I want to get your thoughts on the match itself.
I mean, I think Bugs, I think, is going to be able to sum up my thoughts pretty well.
Oh, I mean,
Uh,
like, I'm the newest to the world of wrestling, so like,
exactly. And
I think
you
that
were like,
yeah, okay, I can read the text that I sent you.
yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say, yeah, I was saying, wait a second, we have evidence of this. Because like I have a long answer, but the short answer, Bugs said
he-
it. I was like,
here's yeah. So I wrap watching it, and I'm like, quote, the fun thing about still being new to wrestling is that I can earnestly say that that was one of the best matches I've ever seen and have no idea if it was actually mid, but that fucked. Insane gimmick aside, which we're not going to put aside the insane gimmick because the gimmick's insane and Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
yeah, like the whole what the fuck of it, but the
But
match
like
itself, like fucked pretty
the
hard.
graps grabbed. I think I felt that the choreo was incredible. The just the durationally, I was like, damn, these guys have been beating the shit out of each other for a second.
Yeah,
I
no, it went long. It was a barn burner.
the
Oof.
the tag team little mini sode in the middle of it with like their guys
The
throwing
stables
down.
fighting, yeah, the stables fighting each other for a little bit to give the guys some time to breathe. You
And
need
with
that in a
the
45-minute
yeah,
match, you know what I
with the
mean?
big fucking aerial drop, that was cool as hell.
Luchas don't fuck around with the high flying. Like the big splashes like that. Holy shit. But overall, how I think my response to that was like, it's the best Fed match I've seen in a long time. Because it was still very much felt like a Federation match, but it
Yes.
was a really good one, and I really put it down to the fact that those motherfuckers can work. Like, and
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Chad Gable. I've never gotten to see enough of Ludwig. This is the most I've seen of Ludwig Kaiser as like a, a singles guy because he was always stuck in the back half of the totally not fascist stable, the totally not making you think anything about certain Axis powers. Okay,
Don't drag
so
Italy into this.
the the other member of the stable is Italian.
God damn it. I thought I was just,
You thought you were so good. I
I
got
thought I had
you.
a good one.
I got you. This is this is my special interest. Uh, but yeah, no, it was exactly that. I thought it was a really fan fucking tastic match for the Fed. I thought it was it was brought up to another level entirely by the most on fire crowd I think
The
I have
crowd was
seen in
nuts.
that's wrestling. Like all right, wait, well, how they or I would say they chanted it instead of "This is wrestling." It was
Esto es lucha.
yeah. See, thank you. I was like, I'm picking up on the chants. I was like, I know what that means. Wait a second, that's a "This is wrestling" chant in Spanish. Hell yeah! Again, cultural exchange. But no, the crowd was on one. Just fucking heat doesn't explain it. Like nuclear heat, sure. And then of course they call back to all the spots. They bring back the blind comedian that he harassed, that like got him like helped get him to that nuclear heat. Like I remember you saying like that this is the point where you really went like bug fuck. You know what I mean? Because he fucked with this guy. They bring him back and he gets some hits in. You know, like and like they're hitting all the spots, and it's like this is the blow off. This is amazing. This is in fact
It
wrestling.
yeah, like it felt like it felt like a narrative conclusion. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, okay, yeah, you're this is the end of a trilogy type. Like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the end of a trilogy. I was just had the exact same thought. And because it's wrestling, we're going to end up with El Grande Americano 7, where Matt Lillard's back. And
you
it
know
doesn't make any
what?
sense.
No, 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 no. I'll allow that.
Yeah, dude, I love me some Matty Lillard.
Oh
Fucking
my
come on the
god.
pod, call me.
Shaggy,
Anyways,
please.
I'm getting woozy here. Uh, uh, whew, I didn't just rewatch all those movies. So
I'm
I
so
had
sorry.
yeah, I know it was real bad. I still attest that the trilogy is good, but again, that's a
Yeah.
different podcast. But that's what made me think of it. No, it felt like the conclusion of a trilogy. It was really, it was the kind of thing where it's like, that's everything I love about wrestling. It sucks that the Fed did it, and that they basically stumbled into it, tripping over their racist dicks and falling into a crowd going, yeah, no, we'll fuck with this. And
Yeah.
like the fan base, like it's again like I think of Brian Danielson, I think of Kofi Mania, I think of all these
Mhm.
things where we're like, no, we're trying to do a fuck this guy. We're trying to make fun of the pussy vegan and the black guy, and you guys keep picking them up as heroes. What the fuck's wrong with you? It's like you're people or
It-
something. Like
yeah. It's
Jesus.
like, sorry, you cast the perfect guy for this.
It's like the serfs are revolting or something. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Are they out of touch? No, it's the fans
No,
who
no,
are
yeah, no,
wrong.
it's the fans who are wrong. Exact motherfuck. And it's that over and over. And I, I, I loved the match. I loved all the bits of storytelling. It was everything it should have been. They did so good as two white dudes playing the heat of the mask versus mask. And playing the crowd because like that's a that's an not I don't know how many of our list I'm sure most of our listeners are wrestling fans, but like that's a huge fucking thing, like the match going for the mask, like it's a no DQ, because if it was a no DQ, you would get disqualified just for going for the mask. Like it's
Well,
like not
okay,
necessary, or is that a CMLL
so
rule?
no, it
Because
it's
that's my
kind of
understanding.
and the overall rule is you get disqualified for removing the mask,
Okay.
not for tearing it.
Not for going for it, but for removing it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. That's my misunderstanding. Oh, I'm so happy
And
you're here, Art.
no, and I mean, AEW misstated the rule yesterday to get John Moxley heat. So
Okay, all right. So there you go. So I blame them, and it worked. And like holy shit, Forbidden. That's a different show. Okay, I gotta do that one tomorrow. I have so many things to say about Forbidden Door. Wow, wowzers. But yeah, no, it was nuts. It was nuts. The match was amazing. Everyone hit their shit. I saw some of those that one chaos theory that Gable hit. It's just like God, just drop them on your like fucking head. Like that's Kenny. There was Kenny Omega levels of drop me on my fucking dome here. Like this was. It was nuts. It was nuts. There was a couple of those bumps where I was like, that's like Omega and Tokyo Dome. Like, fuck it, if I die, I die. Kind of bumps.
Yeah.
But overall, that was my thought. Like that was everything it needed to be. It was exactly how you close out that story, and they did a great job. And it sucks that it's them that got it.
Yes.
Basically, because wow, and whether you assaulted the guy or not, you can only spend so much time working for the Fed before you end up a piece of shit. Both those motherfuckers can work. Like both those guys put in an amazing match and had like a match of their lives. Like that was like, yeah, that's a career match for both those guys. There's no world in which it isn't. So, like, I don't love the Fed, but I'm going to give credit where credit's due.
So I want to go back on the career part of that a little bit
Yeah.
later. When I watched it, I had two thoughts. One, the layout of the match was very similar to Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at Mania 40.
I had that feel too.
So in that regard, it's a very good WWE main event match.
Mhm. So you picked up on that too. That's what I mean by, like, it was great for a Fed match because it had the formula. It had the Fed stink. I could still read it for what it was.
As a lucha match, I think it was mid.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
And I will send you a link to what I think the consensus best Masters of Math match ever. December 2000, Atlantis and Villano III. A packed arena, Mexico, ready to ride and die, or for Villano especially.
Fucking
and
A.
it's only 20. I think it was the whole thing took less than half an hour.
Shit. Okay.
And the other
We'll
thing
add that to the list of things that Bugs is watching tonight.
Yeah.
the other thing that hit me, if it had been a submission finish, that would have carried it for me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even Meltzer picked up on this. The fact that Gable and the fact that they went through after the match, the ceremony where Gable Americano gives his name, quote unquote, as Chad Gable, not Chaz Batch, I think it is, not his shoot name.
Yeah.
With the family there, and even the little endorsement speech, that is directly lifted from good lucha tradition. And that part very much surprised me. I fully expected the end to be Gable stomping off in a huff.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of what that was the other thing that I thought of too. I didn't even think of, see, that's why I love you, artists. I didn't even think of the post match as the match. I was just talking about the grabs. But the post match, yeah, that was like, oh, this is fucking, like, this is lucha. Like, this is lucha. This is a thing that they do in lucha. And I was kind of amazed that they actually did that. And the whole thing, it also reminds me, it's something they do a lot in Japan too. It reminded me of, like, Terry Funk addressing the crowd in his retirement, all bloody, and being like, okay, no, I'm going to, like, give y'all the closure, like the further emotional closure. It's like apologize, like you straight up apologize, like, okay, I was a dick, like. But no, that's cool to know that's lucha tradition, because it felt very not Fed. Exactly so. It felt like not something that they would do. So the overall presentation was very weird. It was the first Fed AAA show I had seen. I gotta say, what was it? God's help me. Was it Michael and JBL on commentary?
No, Corey Graves, Bradshaw, and I think
So it was
Graves,
JBL.
yeah.
Oh, okay, it was Corey Graves doing his best Michael what's his nuts impression.
Cole and
Michael Cole.
You know what? I'll give Graves credit. He is much better in the play-by-play role than I would have anticipated.
Yeah, no. And I've to the point where I straight up thought that was Michael Cole for a second. Fucking JBL, Jesus fucking Christ. Can we just, I've redacted. Like, fuck that guy to hell. Fuck that dude to fucking forever to hell. Like, the fact, like he's like, just deport them all. And he said deport them all. And I could feel Corey Graves look at him like, we're in Mexico right now, you racist piece of shit, right? Like, and that's coming from me, a racist piece of shit. Like, that's fucking allegedly. Like that's wild stuff. But no, this was all just like, thank you for bringing this to my attention, Art, because, like, all of this was mind blowing to me. I had no idea that fever dream of a racist joke, like, became, like, watch it. Like, I'll put the link in the chat. If you have an hour, go watch it, folks. Like, you'll see a crowd lose their fucking shit for like an hour straight. I don't think I've seen a regular Fed match have that kind of level of heat in like years.
You know, and now, since that match, Chad Gable had returned to Raw. He's apologized to Ray Phoenix. He's apologized to former Steel Mates, and it's obvious that the upshot of this is that this is going to be used to possibly give him the sustained push that people have been wanting for him for years.
And good, he's an amazing wrestler. Like
But
when I was still watching the Fed, I was a Gable fan for his in-ring stuff. He was great.
on the flip side, and this is where I think that Voices of Wrestling article we've been talking about comes in.
Mm.
The one El Grande Americano left is being positioned for a AAA World Championship match the fall, probably. He's being set up in an angle against the return of Los Perros del Mal. The rough translation is the Dogs of War. The most successful Bullet Club / NWO, however you want to define it, major heel stable of the past.
Yeah. It's for folks at home who might know AEW but not this, it's why the Dogs are the Dogs. The tag team in AEW right now, because they were War Dogs, weren't they, in Japan? I'm
Bullet Club
pretty
War
sure.
Dogs, which is
Yeah.
itself the another iteration of just Bullet Club.
Yeah, which is like gone now.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, we can do a whole show on that if you want. But
we'll have you back. Well, someday we should just sit Bugs down and explain Bullet Club. Like, oh my God,
I'm super down.
Los Perros del Mal, founded by the late Perro Guayo Jr. in CMLL, or through that promotion, ventured into AAA, very much the anti-hero heat, to the point where they actually became their own independent promotion.
Okay.
The nephew, and Angel Garza, the nephew of one of the original members, Hector Garza, is part of this new iteration. But now they're being positioned against Kaiser Americano. What my concern is for Kaiser, it's kind of a devil's bargain, because sure, he is over Rover right now.
Yeah.
But he can't take this gimmick elsewhere.
Nope, it's only here, and if he loses the mask, no one gives a shit.
I mean, if he loses the job for whatever reason, WWE will probably at least attempt
to just put the gimmick on someone else.
And they've already done it. There's a new La Parka in AAA right now.
Fuck off! Seriously?
Yep.
Oh my God! Oh man, folks, go check out '90s La Parka shit on YouTube. Fucking La Parka rules.
The original La Parka now wrestles as LA Park. One of the original stars of the first AAA. The second one, and AAA did this as well. They when La Parka 1 left, a second person came in and became La Parka, and it took years of pushing him, but he got over.
And again, other places do that too. Anywhere you got a masked wrestler, there's a chance that happens. Like Japan had 4 or 5 tiger masks.
Yeah, and at least, but there it's formalized. Like it's understood that Satoru Sayama, that Mitsuharu Misawa outgrew that persona and and their career, and it becomes part of their history.
And it's like handed down. Like it's a great respect to be like the new Tiger Mask.
Yeah, and it's not across the board. I mean, there's only ever going to be one Jushin Thunder Liger, for example.
Yeah, exactly. But, there's only one Ultimo Dragon, and I saw him beat a lifeguard at the Mall of America. And complained to the crowd that he was wet. Yeah. Oh God, I love wrestling. That was a great time. He threatened everyone with an Acai moonsault, and I was like, "Don't do it, bro. Don't." Like, I know it's named after you, but that you're gonna die. You're so old, dude. Don't do it.
AAA has a new La Parka, and worse than that, they've attached the accomplishments of the predecessor to him.
That's some whole what in the Doctor Who bullshit.
No, you can't.
I don't like that.
I don't care for that.
I don't like that at all. No. That's gross. That's comic books. That's not wrestling. The two should blend, but never. Don't get confused here. Because then you're taking away the accomplishments from the actual athlete, and you're
Well,
forgetting
because I
like
mean,
that these are actually people
I mean that
doing the same.
to get back to that article again, I mean the whole the post biological performer
Mhm.
Oh
section in that
God.
is
Uh,
that's another way that you can just totally depersonalize and dehumanize like something that's just semi-anonymous gimmick. Like what the fuck?
honestly, well, good timing there. I was actually about to read one short paragraph, just for the
Please
sake of the
do.
reader here, or the listener. Uh, Here's from the article. The implication is we're stating plainly: the superstar IP, the marketable character, the entrance music, the moveset, the catchphrase, the avatar in WWE 2K, the foil stamp figure on the shelf, no longer requires the biological wrestler to keep generating revenue. If a wrestler attempts to leverage their popularity for a higher contract, the company has the legal mechanism to continue selling the character without them. If a
Yep.
character suffers a career ending injury, the character survives the injury. If a wrestler dies, the character does not have to.
This
Ludwig Kaiser's in
is
good health,
yeah.
but at this
This
Yeah.
point,
is
at this point, he's got to hang on to this for as long as he possibly can.
because like it's not his. He's just renting it, and this is again the continuation of Vince's project. This is what he always wanted. And everyone can say that it was always, it was, never, they were never serious about it. But that's horseshit. Vince really wanted to replace Diesel and Razor Ramon with fucking Kane and some other schmuck. Like that's what happened. Is like he tried to fucking take these gimmicks that he owned the rights to. That's why no one in the WWE wrestles under their real name if he can help it, because he doesn't own their real name. He doesn't own their indie name. So he has to give them a random NXT name generator that pumps something out for them with extra syllables or extra vowels. I mean, well, both. And they are stuck to that because he can put a TM on that and make money on that forever. They've been doing this for decades. It's just now it's like this article. It's like it's the next step and it's solidified and it's gross. It's
And
so fucking gross.
I would argue that in this case, it's even worse because,
Yeah,
um, CJ Parker in NXT didn't get over. He
yeah,
leaves, Juice Robinson does.
yep.
Here, this is a specific mask. This is a specific iconography with this character now that's been plastered all over Instagram and TikTok and what have you.
AI
Uh,
slop and legitimate fan art. And yeah, yeah,
if Kaiser loses the mask, the way
well,
I see it, he could probably still wrestle in Mexico and people would still fondly remember him. Full point.
mhm.
Like he could be kind of a legacy guy, but
Possibly, yeah. But I mean, it would he would have to really dedicate. He would have to relocate, I think, full time to make it work, which
You
can
would,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
which can
He would
happen.
have to. He would have to relocate. He would have to like learn more lucha. I mean, I'm sure I saw it. It looked like he already did some. But no, he would have to like change. It's like a career. It's like he got what's the word I'm looking for? Transferred to like a different office. You know what I mean? And it's like
Oh,
you got
I
to
mean,
up and fucking move and like
mm,
change your entire career path because you got stuck with this, and now once it's gone, all your heat's over here. So like he's got to try to just remake himself there because that's where all of his heat is.
and
You
it can
know,
happen.
it can.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, people. No, I was gonna say because people do it in America all the time. So yeah, it can happen.
Well, beyond that, I mean, look at Vampiro, who
Yeah,
we watched him. Vampiro when he first got booked in EMLL at that point, and I think he would agree with this statement. He was a good looking Canadian knucklehead, right?
yeah, yeah.
But in the years since he moved to Mexico, he has a native level understanding of the language now. He can host his own podcast in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is wild because it's Vampiro from like late 2000s WCW. It's that Vampiro.
That's
and
That's some fucking wild shit, folks. You know what I'm talking about?
and again, Kenny Omega moved whole hog to Japan and immersed himself.
He made it his life. Yeah.
And I watched a clip of the first promo in New Japan where he spoke Japanese,
Yeah.
and the crowd was like, "Oh, like he really, he really did work." Zack Sabre relocated to Japan full time, and he's like the most English man alive.
Yeah. That's like
Um,
Shogun shit. Yeah. like straight up, just he's the most English
Just
man. I think in that show, the most
more
English
recently,
dude you can think of.
Chris Brooks, who had a name in the British independence in Progress.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
before
yeah.
Progress imploded, he moved to Japan, and now, he's a champion in DDT. He worked Tokyo Dome this past January against El Phantasma. It can be done. It's just going to be like, that's why I said it's the beginning. I may be wrong within 5 years, but it's going to take this long to figure out how all the dominoes fall.
And in the meantime, Vince McMahon makes money. And like the blood flow connoisseur, I eat, I get bigger. I eat, I get bigger. I eat,
Yeah.
I get bigger. Yeah, that's it. So like, thank you, Art. I think we should. That's a good place to wrap it up. Unless you had anything else quickly to add, I think that's a sweet little nugget there. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say on it before we head out?
Quickly, no. I think this is a good place to wrap.
Smart. But no, like, holy shit. Bugs, do you have anything else to say about Americano-gate and how Vince continues to ruin wrestling from beyond the grave?
So I have one good thing to say about it is now I really want to start exploring lucha, because this if this is a mid version of a match, like
Lucha fucks harder than most things, Bugs.
if this is a mid thing, I'm excited to see some good shit.
Lucha is unfucking real.
Lucha is unreal. It is also very sleazy in its own right.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking that I was gonna get it. It didn't.
No,
Yeah.
there is no escape. There is no escape. It's monsters all the way down.
Yeah,
but
and sometimes the monsters can put on a good show.
Yes, exactly. Holy shit. Art, again, tell people where to find you if you want them to find you, where to read your things of that nature.
Blue Sky is probably where I put in the most social media time. You can find my written work for now at timesofsandiego.com.
Hell yes. Check out that TK interview. It was good stuff. And yeah, thank you again for bringing this to my attention because I would have ignored it. And this shit was wild. Thank you everyone for listening. I gotta remember to do this because I keep forgetting. Thank you to Socks for our fucking intro outro music.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit, Socks. Socks is like my everything right now, and I can't believe it's my friend. So check out socksedm.bandcamp.com, yeah, and go give them money, and just get all of it. She makes great music. So that and what else? Check out Wednesday Night Fake Fights. This other show. Here Comes Tomorrow is coming back with new season. That's the show I edit, though not really affiliated with outside of edit, and they're my friends and I adore them and they make good stuff. Bugs, you got anything to plug?
By the time this drops, no, I was gonna say come if you're in Baltimore, I'll be hanging around doing a very nerdy magic thing in a couple weeks, but I think this will have dropped after that.
Right, either after that or right. It might be right before. This might come out literally
If this comes out right before, hey, yeah, if you're in Baltimore, go to Poppergeddon. I will jam a game with you if you tell me that this is how you found out.
Hell yes. I don't know if anyone will take y'all up on that, but do it. Go hang out with Bugs. Kick their ass for me at Cardboard because I don't know how. Yeah.
I'll be on Grixis Affinity. It's very easy to beat.
Fucking A. And until next time, we don't have a sign-off phrase. Bye.